Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 7 of the OMA World Touring Car Series. We're still here at Prague. Yes, Prague on Forza. I've heard a wonderful city. Shame their racetrack. It can't be the same for at the end of the day. But yeah, we're ready though, back for round 7 of the series here. And yeah, it's just going to be a night of hopefully surviving. Well, we'll wait and see ahead of us here. But like always, 3 20-minute races there or thereabouts ahead of us tonight. And yeah, looking forward to just, seeing where we end up in tonight's racing. This one could throw up some interesting results, and as you can already tell by the fact we've only got half a lobby here, it's probably going to be one that a lot of people are trying to avoid in this league there. But it is lights out and away we go. There are my main title rival, Luca, getting a pretty decent run there into T1. Not quite as good as SC10 Raptors there in the BMW as we head through the first couple of corners. I'm trying to keep the car nice and tidy there, keep the front end clean as we head through the first couple of turns there. You can see coming through the chicane, this was allowed tonight. It was the only track on the calendar, even in qualifying, where you were allowed to completely mince that chicane. You could take the old Forza clean line through there, because otherwise it was just going to make things very, very interesting at the end of the day. And I think, to be honest, it was highly unlikely people weren't going to take liberties through there anyway. So yeah, made it a little bit more interesting at the end of the day there. But accidentally run into the back of Raptor. That allows Luca to get past the Paris there. I wasn't going to try and capitalise on that one at the end of the day as we head through the final couple of corners of lap 1 though. And we have just about survived. We have lost a couple of places, but ultimately, yeah, survival is going to be key in tonight's racing there as we head down the front straight over here. You can see SC10 Raptors might be able to have a look on Luca once again as they head down in towards T1 here. Ballast wasn't costing us too much time around this circuit, so we should be able to fight nonetheless there as we head through the first couple of corners there. Couldn't quite make the move work just in front of me there as we now head through the chicane there. You can see the BMW going to be very, very slow there, almost running into the back of him. And yeah, you've got to be really, really careful about that sort of thing as we head out over the bridge once again here on lap 2 of this race. And yeah, hopefully we can try and get past him as soon as possible here if we are losing a bit of time there. We've got another car closing up, Brandy, just behind us there as we head through the long, long right-hander here. And is Raptor going to be able to get the run out of the corner there? He just about gets the run there, and unfortunately that means we can't have a bit of a look in towards the final couple of turns there. You can see he runs very, very deep though in towards the final proper corner of the lap there. A bit of contact. Brandy luckily gives us the boost at the final turn there, gives us a bit of a bump and run. Audi's working together as best as possible here. Not too sure what happens here. We seem to just get lagged back ever so slightly, almost onto the front of the BMW there as we head through the first corner though, side by side with Brandy. Can we pick up a run around the outside here? Just about holding it, and I don't think, obviously, pretty sensible not to try and go side by side through there this time around there as we head down in towards the next couple of corners though, and back out onto the bridge. I mean, there's really, what, 3 braking points on the lap round here? It's a little bit crazy there as we dink the wall and we're into the wall, and that is damage. And yeah, very odd place to bin it, in all honesty. I've not quite done that before at the end of the, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that one there. We managed to hit the wall coming off the bridge, which is a rather rare occurrence there, and it was actually a weird knock. A lot of the time you can get away with that on Forza. But this time around, clearly not having the luck of the draw at the end of the day there. Luckily, the pit lane around this circuit is quite short, but yeah, we're pretty much going to drop towards the rear of the field there, which is not quite what I wanted, but yeah, there's still a long way to go in this one, so hopefully we can try and fight our way back up through the order nonetheless here as we head out of the pit stall. Once again here, you can see Seal Dream is the next car at the road there, headed just behind Non-Stop Dunk even, and then I think it was Spoons in P9 here. So hopefully we've got 20 laps to go. We're about 30 seconds behind the leader. I think, trying to score decent points is probably off the table now, but just trying to, damage limitation is probably going to be key there as we head back out through the first couple of corners here. And yeah, over the next few laps though, we would pick up some places there. You can see moving past Phase Intro as he get to dive it in for damage there, and now all over the back of Dunk as well as we head through the first couple of corners of lap 10 here. So yeah, we've taken about half a second out of Ash over these last few laps there. Considering obviously he doesn't have ballast, I will certainly take that as we get very, very squirrely through the chicane there. Dunk dinks the wall on the inside there, and it's just a culmination and just ping-ponging between the two barriers at the moment there. So we get around the outside of him over the bridge there, and yeah, back up now into P10 of the race there. And yeah, at the moment, we would just try now to aim to keep it out of the water, get the weird camera bug that I've had a couple of times in the past there. But yeah, it was just going to be try and keep it out of the walls and then see where we end up, in all honesty, at the end of this first race, especially as obviously we made that mistake so early on there. And you can see now onto the end of lap 11, we were all over the back of the Steel Dream here, otherwise known as Shane, as we head down in towards the final couple of corners of the lap there. Are we able to get the run on the Audi there? We should be able to have a look around the outside as we head over the little bridge and down towards lap 12 of this race here. Pretty much now at the midway stage of this race here. You can see he's actually got quite a good run down these, down the front straightaway there. Obviously no ballast on that car was definitely going to mean that he was able to gain quite a bit over us at the moment there. We tried to get the run through turn 1 there, but obviously not going to be close enough, and we're certainly not going to try and go side by side until I dink the wall and hit the tyres and pick up even more damage in the race. There are two places that you wouldn't quite expect to make a mistake at the end of the day. They are very, very weird in the end, and yeah, not quite what I needed in all honesty. Yes, we would have to dive it into the pits once again here, and you can see now, actually, Spoons, lapped us at this point, and Ash had already had to dive it in for damage and everything. It was pretty difficult to try and keep up with what was going on at the moment here at the end of the day. But yeah, Spoons and Steel Dream just ahead of us there as we head through T1 and T2. Hopefully we can try and get back past these guys as soon as possible here, as actually Steel Dream lets Spoons through as we head through the chicane. I'm not too sure why he's not riding the curbs like the rest of us are as we head out onto the bridge once again. They're able to look up the inside, and yeah, we've got a better run. And yeah, he's just going to let us through there. So yeah, back up now into P9 of the race. Ash has to pit it in again there. And you can see by the end of the race there, we would be holding on to P9 in the end. Spoons, I think we'd actually pick up more damage, in all honesty, at the end of the day there. So Spoons, yeah, would be quite a way up the road in the end there. But coming through the final couple of corners, yeah, a bit of a disaster. First race of the night there. P9 in the end, but I think near enough 2 laps down from CK is, yeah, definitely by far and away our worst result of the season there. But over the line, we have survived the first race of Prague here, and obviously with no drop rounds in this series, everything like that, everyone that's shown up tonight is obviously going to make quite big gains over all those that haven't there. But CK does take home the win ahead of Luca and Brandy there. Spoons in 4th, Bum Drop, Zesty Afro, Phased, SC10 Raptors, myself, and then Steel Dream there ahead of Ash and Non-Stop Dunk in the first race of the night there. So yeah, Carnage, definitely the right way to describe the first race of the night there. I think Prague is going to get put into an eternal pit of fire at the end of the day after these races there. But we've survived the first race of the night. Obviously, we've lost a lot of points to Luca, but it would have been a whole lot worse had we not shown up at the end of the day there. But hopefully for race 2, obviously, with the reverse 6 through 12, we can try to start a little bit higher up the order, everything like that, and yeah, just see where we end up in the second race of the night. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well, and you do want to see more OMA World Touring cars. But yeah, that'll do us for this one, and I will hopefully see you guys next time for race 2.